Hey guys, welcome to Chapter 6 Homework Support Tutorial. My name's Bruce. I'm doing problem 9A today in Chapter 6, and that's on page 320 of the textbook. So the question goes like a chart similar to this one laid out right here. And it says, determine the ending inventory under a perpetual inventory system using 1, FIFO, 2, LIFO, and 3, the moving average. And then asks, which costing method produces the highest ending inventory valuation? So that's what we're going to figure out. So we'll start with out. Here's kind of how this chart breaks. First, this company, what's the name of the company? Lion Center bought, I'm not sure what they sell, purchased 7 units, $2 each, and then on the 6th they sold 5 of those. Well, they sold 5 units. It doesn't say of which. And then on 11th of July they bought 3 at 66. On the 14th they sold 3. First they bought 4 at 71. On the 27th they sold 3. So let's walk through this first with the first in, first out method. Assuming, well, so they bought $62, and then they sold 5 of them. So that left at $62, right? So I'm just going to make notes in this column right here for a minute. 2 units remaining. And then they purchased 3 more at $66 and sold all of them. So we'll just leave that. They had 0 remaining. And then just 4 units of 71 sold 3, so they had 1 remaining. These shouldn't be dollar amounts. It's just 1 unit left and 2 units left. So in total, they had 3 units remaining at the end of the style method. We assume that they always sold their oldest units. Their last 3 units that they had were 3 of the 4 purchased here on the 21st of July. Does that make sense? So we're just assuming that as they made sales, they were selling off oldest inventory first. And so if they had 3 remaining sales, which they did, I mean, not sales, if they have 3 units remaining, we assume that the last, because the first ones that were purchased went out first. So that means that our cost of inventory, our cost of ending inventory, which is what we're determining here, is 3 times 71. And again, those are the last 3 units were all purchased at $71. Oops. Okay. So $213 was the cost of ending inventory under FIFO. So under LIFO, it works a little bit different. You'll have to kind of talk through this with me again. Get rid of these here. So LIFO assumes that the last inventory in were the last one sold. So basically, on the first, they bought these 7 units, then they sold 5. And we know they had that remainder of 2, right? And then on them, $62 each, 3 more units, and sold 3 units. And so we're assuming that they sold those 3 that they bought for 66. So the cost of these 2 remainder units here, $2 each. And then purchase, they bought 4 units and sold 3. So they have 1 remainder. And that one we know costs $72. How we're going to price this, calculate this, is let's say equals 2 times plus 71, because 2 of these units over are, we know, were purchased $62 in 1 unit. Those left over was purchased at $71. So that leaves us at 195 at our ending cost of inventory, cost of ending inventory. So the average is a little more. So with the average, you will calculate the cost of goods each time you make a purchase. So we'll sort of do that as we go here. I'm just kind of down in these columns. So let's see. So these first 7 units have an average cost of $62 because they're the only ones that have been purchased so far, right? So I'm just going to make that note here. And the remainder is 2. And so we'll just go through and do this first. No, so the remainder is 2 here. And so the average cost of goods is still 62. Well, no, it's still 62. It's 62 when they buy them. And yeah, they have 2 remaining, and the average cost of those is still 62. So then they buy units at 66. So then here's what we do. We have, well, the average cost of those is obviously $66, but there's still 2 units remaining that were priced there at $62. So we need to average those. So what we're going to do here is say 2 plus 3, the 2 units that we had left over, plus the 3 new units, divided by the average cost. Let's see. If you're following me here, plus 66 times 3. Okay. You can see I'm not an Excel whiz here. Times 2, 24. 10 times 3 is 198. Not sure what's going on here. You can see what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm just going to do the math on my calculator and put it up here. heads right now saying, how do you not know how to do that? Or you probably see exactly what I'm doing wrong. Oh. There we go. So we want to divide the cost by the units. Okay. And this is set to 1 decimal, so it just showed up as 0 because it was less than 1. What does this tell us? This shows us that there are currently 5 units in inventory, right? There's 2 left over from this purchase, from the 7 at $62. There's 2 left over there, and we just bought 3 more. Of them, 64. So those 3 units were all sold, and the average, the net average goes back to 62, right? Because then our 2 units that were remaining is they were just both purchased at 62 units of this next purchase down here. Total units is going to be 2 plus 4. So our denominator is going to be 6. And on top, we're going to have our 24 from our 2 at 62. Less 4 times 71, which is 284. So now we have an average cost in our 6 units. And of course, we're going to sell 3 of those. And I'm not going to calculate the average cost of those with 3 units. So these 3 units, because there's 2 purchased at 71, and there's, or sorry, 1 purchased at 71, and 2 purchased at 62. So we're going to take, let me see here. So we're going to take the average these goods sold, which was 68, and so that one product remaining right here cost $68. So our average is going to equal 124, because these 2 units is 62, plus, these in parentheses, $124 plus the one at 68 over 3. Or no, sorry. So we have these 2 units here that were priced at $62. This one unit here that's priced at 68. So we're not looking for the average, we're looking for the total cost rate. So that would be 68 plus 124. So there you have it. Sorry, I get myself a little tangled up with the averaging. Though. So as you can see here, we have ending inventory costs for a FIFO LIFO on average they're highest with FIFO, and that's simply because that you use products first, right? So your last remaining products are the last ones you purchased, which happen to be the most expensive in this example. LIFO says that you first out, so products always. And so you're left in your calculations with some of the older products, which means you're taking into account that some of these products were, cheaper because you bought them cheaper at first when they were older. And the average in the middle, but in this case it didn't, because we had twice the inventory in the lower cost than we did in the higher cost. So that drug it down. I expected to see that average in between these two numbers, which is a more accurate way to look at inventory. But hopefully this was helpful. Please post comments. And yeah, see y'all next time.